Astrological Kaleidoscope. November 2025. Those who believe in the tricks of retrograde Mercury should brace themselves. It could indeed shackle your affairs from November 10th to 30th if you remain inactive, blaming it. However, whether it's worth starting new projects is a rhetorical question, and it depends not only on Mercury. The most sensible thing is to return to unfinished business to close all your gestalts. The troubled time, around the new moon on November 19th to 20th, deserves special attention. It could be marked by significant events and initiatives in the world, but these could subsequently collapse like a house of cards, or worse, leave behind a scorched earth landscape. Behind fine words and convincing arguments, too much deception will be hidden. This time also threatens disruptions in information technology and is unsafe for air travel. This month is good for actively promoting great ideas to the masses, working in the fields of ideology, culture, and education, harmonizing the individual and the collective, for example, between rulers and their states, peoples, and company leaders and their teams. However, there is no stability in the economy, and none is expected to be. Storms are raging, thoughts of grabbing pieces are constantly being cherished, and options for returning to lost connections are being considered, but burned bridges are not so easily restored. Well, in love relationships, it's time to ask the question: did you say your prayers before bed, Desdemona? This month, all lovers can expect a multitude of extreme situations, dramatic events, curious moments, ardent passions, and exciting feelings, a fatal romance. Aries. November is a favorable month for you, especially in matters of management, education, expanding, empowerment and opportunities, business trips, and long-distance travel. The first 2 10-day periods of the month may be emotionally turbulent and psychologically challenging, but in business terms, very active and highly productive. In love, there will be nostalgia for lost relationships, a desire to restore the past at any cost, which will only be possible next month. Taurus. A difficult period. The beginning of the month will force you to return to unfinished business, and then everything will be very tense. External circumstances, at best, will push you to take action. At worst, they will stall all your efforts. Business partnerships and marital relationships will be under attack, possibly due to betrayal, with those born in the second 10-day period of May suffering the most. Taurus born in the second 10-day period of May will also suffer, but there will also be forces that will come to your aid. Gemini. A busy month. In business, you should focus not so much on yourself as on your business partners and colleagues. They, at best, will energize you to create, show you the direction of action, and help you achieve the results you desire. Success this month lies in collaboration with others. Geminis born in May will be the most successful in professional matters. But in love, Geminis born in June will have better luck, especially in the second 10-day period. Cancer. Cancers, you are long-term favorites thanks to the giant Jupiter, the planet of great happiness, which will accompany your sign from June 2025 to June 2026. The first 2 decades of November will be conducive to the unleashing of your creative power, creative pursuits, developing business plans and projects, romantic relationships, and raising children. Beginning from the 3rd decade of November, life will demand real action and painstaking work from you. Leo. This is not a royal task, but you will have to immerse yourself in solving domestic problems and promote the harmonization of all family and kinship relationships, which will undoubtedly strengthen them. The fire of love will become even hotter. Children will delight you with their successes. All this will not hinder your self-realization. On the contrary, increased activity will be observed in all matters and creative expressions. Be bold. From August 15th, 2025 to March 15th, 2026, you are under a special blessing from heaven, Virgo. Alas, the repayment of karmic debt has not been cancelled, and this period will continue until July 2026. Against this backdrop, November will immerse you in the affairs and problems of family and friends, who will require your involvement in their lives, which may intensify in the second 10 days of the month and intensify in the third. Try to lay the foundations for all your significant professional endeavors at the beginning of the month, so that they can be carried forward by inertia. And what about love? Perhaps only for those you have tamed, as a sense of duty. Libra. A month of material affairs and strengthening business ties, when you can significantly improve your financial situation if you don't fall out with business partners and maintain your authority, which is fraught with danger in the first 10 days of November. Be extremely vigilant in all economic matters at the end of the month. Beware of tempting offers, both for easy and large earnings, a cruel deception, and in romantic relationships, a cruel romance. Scorpio. Scorpios, you, by right of being the birthday boy, are the favorites of the month, which marks the starting point of a new annual cycle for you. This is a time for active undertakings, the beginning of new ventures and creative projects, but under conditions of absolute independence, and only in the first half of the month. The second half of the month is fraught with both your own temptations and the attraction of negative influences from outside, which can destroy everything in an instant, your life, your plans, and your love. Get through it unscathed, Sagittarius. Against the backdrop of a period of total renewal in your life, June 2025 to June 2026, November could be a time to slow down, complete a number of tasks, and take stock. This is understandable, as your birthday and the start of a new annual life cycle are coming soon. Take a breath. In the first 2 10-day periods of the month, don't rush things. Only from November 22nd will your enterprise bear fruit, and your initiatives be successful, especially for Sagittarians born in the third 10-day period of November. Capricorn. This isn't your month. No exciting events, no dull routine, just business as usual, when you just need to get on with life. Much is happening somewhere nearby, but not with you. At the same time, many new great ideas are brewing within you, which will be realized much later. As for November, beware of voluntarism, reckless reforms in business, and deceiving friends and patrons. If you are confident in yourself and your abilities, act proactively and independently, but don't divulge your plans. Aquarius. Perhaps it's you, representatives of the sign of the separation of good and evil, who are in for the Faustian mystery. Don't become arrogant about your successes and desires in order to overcome temptations. November is a time for achieving previously set goals and laying the foundations for new plans. But plagiarism, deception, lies, betrayal, and material losses are also possible, from all sides. The desire to embrace the immensity, to make the impossible possible, wonderful. The only question is, for what purpose, and at what cost? Pisces. Jupiter favors you today, gifting you with the opportunity for creative expression, love and the fruits of love, as well as the success of children. However, Saturn also hinders you, testing the fortitude of your spirit and the viability of your goals. November will offer you the opportunity to expand your scope of activity for personal and professional growth. Will you take advantage of this? It will also test your spirit for maturity in order to determine your future path of evolution. Will you pass the test?